Hello everyone! Today we are going to learn on Chapter 6, Crime, Language Awareness Part 2 with me, Teacher 1, on models, obligation, necessity, prohibition, possibility, deduction, advice, and criticism. It is hoped that you will gain something from this video. Before we start our lesson, let's revise on what we had already learned. On our previous lesson, we learned on models, ability, permission, requests, offers, and suggestions.
In this video, we are going to talk about modal verbs and the different functions they express. So let's start. What do you mean by modal verbs? Modal verbs are types of auxiliary verbs that are used with other verbs so as to express different functions such as obligation, necessity, probability, etc. So these verbs are kind of auxiliary verbs. أفعال مساعدة or كتسمى أفعال ناقصة modal verbs. They are used with main verbs. We always use modals or modal verbs plus main verbs الأفعال الرئيسية. And they don't take S in the third person singular. We don't say, for example, here we have cans. We don't say I can, you can, he cans. This is not correct. We don't say also I must, you must, he musts, or I should, you should, he shoulds. This is not correct. So they don't take S. They are not conjugated. Then they don't take the ing form. We cannot say, for example, canine, I am canine, or I am musting. This is not also correct. Okay, fine. Now let's have some examples in this chart. Here, as you can see, we have modals in this list in the first column, functions expressed, and examples. Let's start with the first one. Had better. This modal expresses advice, nasiha. Example, you had better revise your lessons before the exam. 2. Should or ought to. The same. These two modals express advice. You should or you ought to brush your teeth. May expresses permission, طلب الإذن. May I sit here? And it expresses also probability, الاحتمال, or possibility, إمكانية. It's cloudy. It may rain. Might expresses polite permission. يعني طلب الإذن بصيغة محترمة جدا. Example, might I change this place? And expresses also probability or possibility. I might visit you next holiday. Okay, I might. ممكن. احتمال أنني نزورك. Can expresses ability. القدرة أو الاستطاعة. I can means أستطيع. I can speak English fluently. And it can express also permission. Can I have your book? Here you ask for permission so that you can use the book. Possibility, something that is possible. ممكن. Fast food can cause many health problems. And can't expresses inability. ضد ديال القدرة اللي هو العجز. I can't fly. Okay, I can't fly. Next, could expresses ability in the past. القدرة في الماضي. I could run fast when I was young, but now in the present I can no longer run, for example. Also, it expresses polite permission or request, طلب. Could you send me a version of last year's exam? Probability. It's too foggy, it could rain. Must expresses certainty or deduction. Certainty means تأكيد, deduction, and استنتاج or استنباط. He is absent today. He must be sick. So he is absent today leads us to a deduction case, which is he must be sick. Strong obligation, الإجبار, إلزام. You must stop if the light is red. When you are driving the car and if the light is red, you must. That's something obligatory. يجب. Donc obligatory means إجباري. Must not or mustn't expresses prohibition or negative obligation. Prohibition means المنع. You mustn't use your mobile while driving. So here mustn't means يمنع عليك. Needn't, don't have to, and doesn't have to expresses lack of necessity. نقص ضرورة or غياب إجبار, absence of obligation. We needn't buy any vegetables. It's not obligatory, it's not necessary. We still have plenty of them. And would can express preference, تفضيل. I would rather like a glass of apple juice. Offer, العرض. Would you like some fish? كتعرض على شي واحد. Would you like some fish? Advice. If I were you, I would study computer science. Will here expresses future. It will be a great party, so it can be used to talk about future. Probability. I will probably meet my friends tonight. Shall expresses suggestion, الاقتراح. Shall we go out now? Or offer. This bag is heavy. Shall I carry it for you? I said before, offer means العرض. Asking for clear instructions. ما فهمتيش واحد الحاجة وكتطلب التوضيح. What shall I do next? Had to expresses obligation in the past. I ran out. So here I ran out of. Of is missing here. That was just typing mistake. I ran out of money and I had to borrow from Tom. So here I was obliged. This obligation was in the past and the action was completed. I borrowed money from Tom. Should have expresses unfulfilled obligation, an obligation that wasn't performed in the past. He should have stopped at the stop sign, but he didn't stop. Okay? Unfulfilled يعني غير منجز ولا غير مكتمل. Unfulfilled. If we say, for example, if we say shouldn't have, if we use the negative form, so the negative form expresses a foolish action that was done in the past. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching and goodbye.
I hope that you can get your textbook and exercise book next to you so that it will be easier for you to refer. You can refer page 75 on your textbook. You can refer page 75 for notes and examples. For task 2, read the sentences. What models do they use? What do these models express? In which sentence did something happen even though it was not necessary? Sentence A. He didn't need to do time in prison. Sentence B. He needn't have done time in prison. You can read 6.5 to 6.10 of the grammar reference before you do the task. Now, do you know the correct answer? Yes, it's B. He needn't have done time in prison. Why? Let's figure out why. The sentences use didn't need to and needn't have. They express necessity. That's why sentence B is the correct answer. Sentence B expresses that something happened even though it wasn't necessary. Alright, let's do this activity. You need to circle the correct answer and you are given 20 minutes to complete this activity. Now you can check your answers. Please tick for the correct answer and cross for the wrong answer. Int. So you are a probation officer in the UK criminal system, aren't you? And? Yes, that's right. I work with people who have either broken the law but I didn't have to serve a prison sentence, or people who had to go to prison but who are out now. Int. It must be quite a difficult job working with criminals. Can't be easy. What kind of things do you have to do? And, well, I often need to write reports. For example, when I think a criminal might be dangerous or if I think they could break the law again. I also have to make sure that the criminal does what the judge has said they must do. For example, sometimes criminals have to do community service. They must actually do the work they have been told to do. Int. Did you need to go to university to get this job? And? No, I needn't have gone to university, but I did. Then I had to train to become a probation services officer, or a PSO as they are called. Int. That must have taken quite a few years. And after university, the whole process took about 15 months, but it was worth it. I really enjoy my job. Alright pupils, I think that's all for today. Please ask your teacher to assign you extra exercises. Till then, have a nice day ahead everyone. Bye-bye.